6 laps. Max Verstappen is champion of the world.
You've been hearing about F1 too, right? In this video, we're gonna unravel the world of Formula 1. Everything you need to know to be the perfect expert. For those new to it, what is Formula 1? In this comprehensive guide, I'm going to break down this thrilling sport and make it accessible for everyone, whether you're a complete beginner or just looking to deepen your understanding. This video will help you navigate the fascinating world of Formula 1. Let's start our journey with an exciting trip down memory lane. Formula 1 has a rich history that spans over 7 decades of innovation, competition, and pure racing excellence. The sport officially came to life on May 13, 1950, at the iconic Silverstone circuit in Great Britain. The historic moment marked the beginning of what would become the world's most prestigious motorsport championship. The evolution of Formula 1 is remarkable. From that modest inaugural season with just 7 Grand Prix, the sport has grown exponentially to feature an impressive 24 races in 2025, spanning multiple continents and showcasing the world's most challenging racetrack. But what makes Formula 1 truly special is its perfect blend of human skill and cutting-edge technology. Each car is a masterpiece of engineering and pushing the boundaries of what's possible in automotive design. This incredible machine can accelerate from 0 to 100 km per hour in just 2.2 seconds and reach speeds of over 370 km per hour on the straights. These extraordinary performance capabilities are achieved through relentless innovation in aerodynamics, material science, and power unit development. But Formula 1 isn't just about raw speed, it's a complex strategic battle where teams must carefully manage their tires, fuel consumption, and race tactics. The sport represents the pinnacle of motorsport technology, where even the smallest technical advantage can make the difference between victory and defeat. Behind the wheel of these technological marvels are 20 of the world's most skilled drivers, each representing one of the 10 teams on the grid. One of the key aspects we'll explore is the race weekend format, from Friday practice session to Sunday's grand finale. Each event is carefully choreographed showcase of skill and precision. We'll break down how qualifying works, what determines the grid positions, and why every point matters in the championship battle. Understanding the technical regulation is also crucial for any Formula 1 fan. These rules shape the design of their cars and influence the strategy teams employ throughout the season. But what the hell is F1? You might know its American cousin, IndyCar.
All the way down through turn 1 as we see turn 2 now. Everyone files through clean.
A couple of drivers thought about it going side by side.
It's the closest you get from F1. Open cockpit, spaghetti-looking tracks. But there is one specific difference between these two categories that makes F1 such a big deal. In IndyCar, everybody is set at the same place. Let me explain myself. In IndyCar, everybody has the same frame, or chassis, the Dallara DW12. So the challenge here is basically how you race that car. On the other hand, in Formula 1, every team needs to design and develop their own car. And the best part in all of this is they get to improve their cars between races. Or not, depending on how they do. So F1 is especially around the car itself and how you drive it and how you push it to the limit. But most importantly, how you develop your car and bring innovation at each race to get only tenths of a second faster than the car around you. So F1 is basically around the car itself and how you drive it. F1 is the pursuit of innovation and speed. That's why I love F1. Everybody is pushing to the absolute limit to be number one and win. So let's dive into this world together. First thing first, let's explore the Grand Prix weekend format. A Formula 1 Grand Prix is 3 days: Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Friday free practice, Saturday qualification, then the race on Sunday. The free practice is set into free practice through Fridays to Saturday morning, called FP1, FP2 and FP3. Then we have the qualification on Saturday that will set the grid for the Sunday's race. On Sunday race, only the top 10 get to score points. That's why it's so important to set a good qualification lap to give yourself the best chance to score points. But you will ask me, why it's so important to score points other than for the drivers or the team championship? Because these championship points and standings means money. In our case, millions of euros. But for now, let's get back to the Friday free practices. What is free practice? And what are they for? Well, the purpose of a Grand Prix for the teams is to win. But to win, you need the best setup. And in order to do that, you need the free practice to try different type of setup for your car, depending on if it is for the qualification or the race. What we call short stint for the qualification and long stint for the race.
Résumé de votre course avec ce premier arrêt qui a été précoce et ce dernier qui a été quand même une vraie prise de risque.
Le premier, malheureusement, on n'a pas pu faire autrement. On avait un problème sur les freins, on avait pris un tir-off dans les freins, donc tout simplement pas de chance. On était bien parti en plus de ça, donc la course pouvait être belle de cette position-là, mais bon, après on a malheureusement tout perdu. On a dû repartir de tout derrière et faire 2 stints très longs avec les médiums. À la fin, on s'est arrêté pour essayer de faire le meilleur tour, mais bon, c'est surtout la première partie de la course avec le tir-off qui nous a mis dans une mauvaise situation.
Vous avez pris une pénalité de 5 secondes, du coup vous avez perdu votre 5e place. Comment vous l'expliquez?
On me l'a même pas dit, donc j'étais pas au courant. Pourquoi j'ai pris une pénalité de 5 secondes?
Excès de vitesse dans les stands.
D'accord.
Vous perdez également la 2e place au championnat. C'est Sergio Pérez qui passe devant vous. Quel est votre sentiment?
Ça fait, c'est comme ça. Très honnêtement, je me concentre pas tellement sur le championnat. Là aujourd'hui, ils étaient sur une autre planète, les Red Bull. Donc d'abord, il faut comprendre ce qui se passe exactement parce qu'on est beaucoup trop loin.
The free practice is 1 hour long. During this session, each team tries to find the right balance depending on the track they're at, between speed and downforce. That requires a lot of technical feedback from the drivers and great knowledge of your car and the track you're at. But it can also be the best time for you to test your young driver or, in that case, third driver. Now on to the Saturday qualification. After the Friday free practice, we got the qualification on Saturday to determine the grid of Sunday. Usually, every team has found the right setup for the car, but sometimes, well, not. And in that case, the performance relies only on the driver's shoulder. The qualification is 1 hour long, divided into 3 sessions, Q1, Q2 and Q3. Here I'm going to put you the picture of how the qualifying session worked. Now onto the race, the most exciting part of the Formula 1 weekend.
Qui va virer en tête dans ce Grand Prix, côte à côte avec Verstappen.
Il insiste là,
L'insistance de Verstappen.
Il va tenter l'extérieur
sur les freins. Il va essayer de le recroiser ici, tout simplement pour avoir une meilleure accélération sur le gauche qui se présente maintenant.
Il a tout tenté.
Il a tout tenté, Hamilton. Il était à la hauteur de Verstappen dans le premier virage. Blotti dans son aileron, dans cette ligne droite. N'oubliez pas que la Mercedes est un petit peu plus vite que la Red Bull dans la ligne droite. Il va passer sur l'extérieur. Ah oui, mieux placé encore qu'hier. C'est Hamilton qui serre. Il est obligé d'être sur le vibreur. Verstappen qui relâche au maximum ses freins pour rester en tête. L'attaque d'Hamilton, incroyable. Il va continuer ici dans cette ligne droite comme hier. Il va reprendre l'aspi, essayer de se blottir dans l'échappement de Verstappen pour pouvoir passer sur l'extérieur à l'entrée de Copse. Il était encore mieux placé qu'hier. Il est à l'intérieur et qui va toucher. Oh, l'accident. Oh là là, terrible accident pour Verstappen. Terrible accident. La sortie de piste à très haute vitesse.
This is the time of ultimate concentration and focus for the drivers. The race is usually 2 hours long, but it can go further depending on the weather condition. The grid is set from pole position, P1 through P20. Overtaking is no easy matter, so where you start is a big deal, especially in the street races like Monaco or Singapore. The race is a mix of intensity, strategy, and stress, and in order to win, you need a good combination of everything. Having a good start without any issues, reliability, a well-oiled strategy, and of course, an incredible fast driver with good racecraft. Depending on where the driver finished, they get different number of points. After 10th place, no points for me. The driver wants to get the most championship points themselves in order to win the driver championship. But the teams want to get the most championship points total in order for them to win the team or constructor championship. The two championships make sometimes places for some unusual sight like in 2024 depending on the different goals the team or the driver have at the moment. You can hear at the radio when teams have one strategy to let one driver pass the other, to favor either the driver championship or, in the other hand, the team championship. The driver often gets mad about it.
Well done, eventually, Lando Norris.
Yeah, you don't need to say anything.
But at the end, everybody agrees to work for the better of the team and toward the only goal that matters, which are race the fastest and win the Grand Prix.
Being a racing driver, you are under risk all the time. And by being a racing driver means you are racing with other people. And if you no longer go for a gap that exists, you're no longer a racing driver. Because we are competing to win. And the main motivation to all of us is to compete for a victory.
But why F1 is so popular? Formula 1 is a car that races at 300 km per hour, visiting 5 continents, and since its start in 1950, Formula 1 has visited 34 countries. It's insane, with insanely famous drivers, with teams of more than 100% at the event itself or even more at their HQ. Racing cars that are so close to spaceship and so expensive, and it's only getting bigger each year. The average attendance for a Grand Prix is around 2,000 people at one place each day. That's the equivalent of 2 World Cups combined over 3 days. And with the appeal getting bigger each year, the demand will only grow. So if you were wondering if you must watch F1, the answer is definitely yes. Formula 1 is not just cars going in circles. It's a mix of speed, pushing the limits of the human body, and the ultimate pursuit of innovation for cars and technology, pushing the car to the ultimate limit. The excitement of seeing your favorite teams or driver win or lose. The frustrating yet thrilling feeling of waiting each week the next Grand Prix. Formula 1 is the pinnacle of motorsport, and never forget, there's only 20 drivers on the grid. 20 of the most skilled, fast drivers you can possibly imagine, pushing their body to the limit week in, week out for one goal, being Formula 1 champion and enters the legacy of the sport and inspiring billions of people like me through their success and defeat. Now you're up to speed, but I'll continue teaching you guys the world of motorsport the best I could with passion. You can watch F1 with friends, family. You can also join us to speculate who's the best driver or who's going to win. I'll be watching with you guys, make sure of that, and I'll be rooting for my favorite teams or driver, but most importantly for Formula 1. See you soon guys, and away we go.